You're a startup and you are wondering how to organize your team? That's a real challenge on its own. In this video, we are going to talk about how to organize and structure a brand new team effectively. Welcome, I'm Amaury Khelify, founder and CEO at MyCTOFriend. And today I'm going to talk about organizational structure at a startup scale. You know, in startups, like in any organization, you have lots of roles, like sales, marketing, development, etc. So if you are a CEO and you try to do everything yourself, that's too many hats for one person, and you are not going to do a good job. So surround yourself with 2 or 3 persons to support you in tasks outside of your expertise. So you have to get organized, structure the company's tasks and to-dos, and delegate them. But before, what does organization mean for a company? In the corporate world, there are 4 kinds of organization. The first one is a functional organization, and it's based on specialty. For example, in a company, you could split your company with HR, finance, let's say sales, and then maybe development. They are basically grouped by their expertise. Then the second one is called divisional. It could be either based on product or by region. For example, we could have a team for the US, we could have a team for Europe, and we could have a team for Asia. And each of them could have their own HR, their own finance, and their own R&D team. The third type would be the matrix, which is a mix of the functional and divisional. This is usually the organization we found in large corporations. And the last one is flat. It's a peer-based level. Everyone contributes to the organization and have a fair process to make relevant decisions. This structure has just a few or almost no level of middle management between the staff and executives. And now the heart of the matter. Which organization suits to a startup? How to make it effectively? First off, compared to large organizations, startups should focus on one product or service at a time. That's what small organizations are meant to be. Otherwise, they could be too slow. The second thing is that they usually work in different work conditions. They could be decentralized with remote teams, or even some of them have no physical office. Which means that you need, as a CEO or manager, to define the kind of hierarchy. We need to define marketing team, product development, etc., etc. And it is not necessarily a top-down organization. And usually I recommend a flat organization. We need to give responsibilities to skilled people, to people that have an experience on their specialties. The role really matters. And that's the final decision process. If you have someone that is expert in marketing, that's the person who should take decisions in terms of the marketing. If you have someone, you get the point. On R&D, that's the person who is going to make decisions about the R&D. You know, many companies migrated from traditional hierarchy to flatter management structure. We can talk about Zappos, Zapier, InVision, Basecamp, etc. And the key thing is to ensure a great communication and understand how information flow, putting everyone on the same page. Then you also need to help your employees to grow. And at any level, you need to have a clear understanding of their role, their objectives within the company, and give them a purpose for what they do. Now in this last section, I will explain many tips and practical tools we do use to organize our own team at MyCTOFriend. But before we move on, please leave us a like and subscribe. It will be awesome to share it so that we can keep making great content like this. So to move on, remember that businesses can exist only if they find the right process to meet their goals and to avoid possible obstacles. And that's the challenge of project management and building a team. And for that, we have solutions like softwares that works together and methodologies to integrate the team in the goal and the to-dos of the company. At MyCTOFriend, we are really inspired by companies like Zapier, Basecamp, Buffer, etc. This type of organization uses a concept called holacracy. It aims to reduce the amount of managers and increase the amount of doers. Basically, the authority and the decision-making process is distributed in self-managed teams. There are not that much job titles, but more individuals that participate in different projects, performing on their own roles. The leaders emerge naturally from each project based on how they work. So, what's required to go down that path? It requires a strong leadership and a visionary top management. And that's why it's very important as a founder to share your vision. That will allow your employees and teams to make decisions like you would do by your own. And it's exactly the same for your values. You need to share what's your lifestyle. You need to share how you see life, and it will allow you to attract employees that are like you. What does that mean for your day-to-day job? It means that you and your team need to centralize your to-do lists. You need to communicate through chat, tools, etc., as well as defining set meetings with specific goals and above all limited time. And last, you need to impulse and encourage your team to do self-evaluation, sharing what their goals are and as well sharing what their own self-evaluation is with their team so that they can improve themselves and share their difficulties. That's basically the basic of the Agile methodology. So if you want to be a good leader, you really need to be transparent. You need to be like an example for your employees. Like if we compare to Buffer, they do share salaries, methodologies, and they even wrote a book on how they organize their own team. So it could be a very good thing to share who you truly are, sharing what your hobbies are, your plan, your passion, so that you can really inspire your team. Now let's sum up. Organizational structure is important because it enables you to structure your team and to meet your goals. The flat organization is definitely the way to go for startups. And having clear roles and given responsibilities will enable you and your team to make more relevant decisions. Then you need to have a centralized to-do list, simple communication tools, and to aim to have short meetings with specific goals. And finally, motivate a self-evaluation mindset. I hope this video was helpful. Leave us a comment and do like, share and subscribe. And don't forget to click on the notification bell icon. Now if you are serious about building a startup and want to become a better CEO and tech manager, find us on Instagram and Facebook and visit myctofriend.co for more startup management tips. See you on our next video.